The art of belief. There is a quiet force that shapes every human life. It cannot be seen with the eyes, and yet it moves mountains. It cannot be touched with the hands, and yet it builds civilizations. It cannot be weighed or measured, and yet it determines the direction of our hearts. That force is belief. Belief is one of the most powerful elements in the human experience. It is the invisible thread that connects our dreams to our actions, our hopes to our reality, and our faith to the unfolding story of our lives. Every person who has ever walked this earth has been guided by belief in some form. Some believe in possibilities, others in limitations. Some believe in hope, others in fear. And what we choose to believe often becomes the lens through which we see the entire world. In many ways, belief is an art. Just like painting, music, or storytelling, belief shapes how we interpret life. It colors our perspective. It gives meaning to our experiences. It guides our steps when the path ahead seems uncertain. But the art of belief is not simply about believing anything. It is about choosing what we allow to live in our hearts. Because beliefs grow, the ideas we hold today become the habits of tomorrow. The habits of tomorrow become the direction of our lives. When someone believes they are capable, they begin to act with courage. When someone believes they are loved, they begin to walk with confidence. When someone believes that hope is possible, they begin to see opportunities where others only see obstacles. Belief is like a seed planted deep within the soil of the mind. Given enough time, attention, and care, that seed grows into a powerful tree that shapes our character, our choices, and our destiny. Throughout history, belief has changed the world. Explorers believed there were new lands beyond the horizon. Inventors believed that impossible machines could become real. Leaders believed that justice and freedom were worth fighting for. Before every great achievement, there was a moment when someone simply believed it could be done. Yet belief is not only about great achievements, it also lives quietly in the small, everyday moments of life. It is the belief that tomorrow can be better than today. It is the belief that kindness matters. It is the belief that love is stronger than fear. These beliefs shape the way we treat others, the way we face challenges, and the way we understand ourselves. There is something deeply spiritual about belief. Many traditions throughout history have recognized that belief is closely connected to faith. Faith is not simply the absence of doubt. It is the willingness to trust in something greater than ourselves. In the Christian tradition, belief is often connected to the power of faith in God. Scripture reminds us in Hebrews 11:1, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This verse reveals something profound about belief. Belief allows us to see possibilities that are not yet visible. It invites us to trust that even when life feels uncertain, there is meaning, purpose, and guidance beyond what we can immediately understand. Belief gives us the courage to move forward when we cannot see the entire road ahead. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean at sunrise. The horizon stretches endlessly before you. The waters shimmer with light, but you cannot see what lies beyond the distance. Belief is the courage to sail anyway. It is the inner voice that whispers, "There is more ahead." And so you take the first step. You move forward, not because you know everything, but because you trust something. That trust is the beginning of transformation. When a person truly believes in something good, their actions begin to change. They start treating others with greater compassion. They start seeing opportunities instead of barriers. They begin to carry hope like a light through the darker seasons of life. Belief can even shape how we experience hardship. Life will always include challenges. There will be moments of disappointment, confusion, and struggle. But belief can turn those difficult moments into opportunities for growth. A person who believes that struggles can teach wisdom will approach difficulty with patience. A person who believes that setbacks are temporary will rise again after failure. Belief does not remove obstacles, but it changes how we face them. It turns fear into courage. It turns doubt into determination. It turns despair into hope. One of the most beautiful aspects of belief is that it can grow stronger over time. Just as muscles become stronger through exercise, belief becomes stronger through experience. Each time we witness kindness, courage, or faith in action, our own belief becomes deeper and more resilient. Sometimes belief is born in quiet moments. It may begin in a simple conversation, a moment of reflection, or a small act of kindness that reminds us that goodness still exists in the world. Other times, belief is born in moments of struggle. When life becomes difficult, we are often forced to confront what we truly believe. In those moments, we discover whether we will surrender to fear or hold tightly to hope. And often, in the middle of hardship, belief becomes even more powerful, because belief that survives difficulty becomes unshakable. Another important part of the art of belief is choosing what not to believe. Not every voice deserves space in our minds. There will always be voices that say dreams are impossible, kindness is weakness, or hope is foolish. These voices often come from fear, doubt, or past disappointments. But the art of belief invites us to carefully guard our hearts and choose the beliefs that lead toward growth, compassion, and purpose. We must learn to believe in what lifts us up rather than what pulls us down. Belief also connects us to one another. Shared beliefs create communities, movements, and traditions. They give people a sense of belonging and a shared sense of purpose. When people come together with a belief in love, justice, or faith, they create something far greater than any one individual. Together they create hope, and hope is one of the most powerful forces in the world. Hope allows us to imagine a better future. It inspires us to work toward that future even when progress feels slow. Hope reminds us that even in the darkest night, the sun will rise again. The art of belief is ultimately about cultivating that hope. It is about choosing to see the light even when shadows appear. It is about trusting that goodness still exists and that our actions can contribute to a better world. Belief is not about perfection. No one believes perfectly every day. There will always be moments of doubt, questions, and uncertainty. But doubt does not destroy belief. Often it strengthens it. When we wrestle with our questions, we deepen our understanding. When we seek truth honestly, our belief becomes more authentic and meaningful. In this way, belief becomes a journey. It evolves as we grow. It deepens as we learn. It expands as we encounter new experiences and perspectives. The art of belief invites us to remain open, curious, and hopeful throughout that journey. And perhaps the most powerful belief of all is the belief that our lives matter. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every moment of compassion creates ripples that travel farther than we can see. When we believe that our choices matter, we begin to live with greater intention. We become more mindful of how we treat others and how we use our time and energy. We realize that even small actions can make a difference. A smile can brighten someone's day. A kind word can restore someone's confidence. A moment of listening can heal a hurting heart. Belief transforms ordinary moments into meaningful ones. It reminds us that life is not simply about existing. It is about living with purpose. As we reflect on the art of belief, we begin to understand that belief is not merely a thought. It is a living force within us. It shapes our decisions, it guides our relationships, it influences the direction of our lives. And perhaps most importantly, belief invites us to imagine possibilities beyond what we currently see. It encourages us to dream, to hope, and to trust that something beautiful can emerge even from uncertainty. So as we move forward in life, we must ask ourselves an important question. What do we choose to believe? Do we believe that kindness matters? Do we believe that hope is stronger than fear? Do we believe that love has the power to heal? If we choose these beliefs, they will shape our actions, our communities, and our future. Because belief, when nurtured with care and intention, becomes more than an idea. It becomes a way of living. It becomes the quiet force that carries us through challenges, inspires our dreams, and connects us to something greater than ourselves. And when belief is guided by love, wisdom, and faith, it becomes one of the most beautiful arts the human heart can ever create. So hold on to belief. Protect it, nurture it, let it grow. For the art of belief has the power to transform not only our own lives, but the world around us. And in that transformation, we discover something truly remarkable. When we believe in goodness, hope, and faith, we become part of the very miracle we once hoped to see.